Hello students, welcome to the next session of economics. We are doing the Indian Economic Development book and the chapter is rural development. So under this chapter rural development we were discussing about what government did to improve the condition of the rural credit. How it was easy for the government to manage the things. So for managing the things in the easy manner, government initiated a scheme and a body that was an apex body in the country, NABARD. Commonly we call it NABARD and the full form is National Bank for Agricultural and Rural Development. So this bank was developed in the year 1982 as an apex body to coordinate the activities of the institutions involved in the rural financial system. Its main functions are, so I'm going to read the functions, and this we are aware ki what it did. We discussed in the earlier video about this bank, but it is one of the very important topic to go through. So the very first thing was to act as an apex agency for the institutions which advance credit in the rural areas. So this works as a body which was the supreme body. Apex, we can say, a single body and the supreme authority. So this was the supreme authority in the rural banking sector, and it is helping the other source service provider or loan provider, credit provider in the rural areas, and to promote the strength of the credit institution in credit delivery system like commercial bank, cooperatives and regional rural banks. It is helping and promoting them to expand the credit for the farmers, so that farmers or rural people can improve their conditions, and to provide assistance to the non-farm sectors also. Ki NABARD's working is not only to provide the help or loans to the people who are doing the agriculture, but apart from the persons who are working only in agriculture, it is also helping the persons who are working in the other sectors, like we can say कि diversified, its loans or credits are diversified. It is also helping to the people who are doing the goat farming, who are doing the work of the poultry, who are working for the dairy, and who are working for the we can say organic we can say that uh, manure. For manure they are developing the organic manure. It is also helping who want to set up the small scale uh, industries in their uh, cottage level or a small level. So this body also helping them in getting the loans at a very nominal rates, and it is also helping and coordinating the functioning of different financial institutions involved in the advancing rural credit. So many activities, not only the agriculture, it is also helping the other activities of the rural areas, and it is not giving you the direct loan. It is giving you, providing the loan not to the individual but to the NGOs, we can say the small help groups, self help groups. It is providing the finance, and it orders to the RRBs or cooperatives to provide the loan to these self help groups and to these farmer group of farmers. So this is the main function of this NABARD body, which was set up by the government of India as an apex body in the year 1982. Okay, so I hope you got it, ki what this bank do and how it works. So it means directly it is not giving you any loan or not giving loan to any individual. It is helping through the self-help groups. It is providing lending money to through the self-help groups it is providing, and it is ordering to the bodies who are working in the rural areas for giving loans like commercial banks, cooperatives, regional rural banks, to provide the low cost loans or nominal rates with nominal interest rates credit to the farmers and rural people. Now there is some special knowledge or information is there for you. There was a mission, Rurban mission. So what is that? And it was launched in February 21, 2016. So I think I gave you this in the homework. So this I'll read it for you today, and will summarize this what we understood through this. This is an extra perk for you in this chapter. So, as per census of 2000 of the India in 2011, it was completed. So, as per census of India statistics, the rural population in India stands at 833 million. We can say easily कि like 83 to 84 crore peoples are living in the rural areas or the villages, constituting almost 68% of the total population. And further, the rural population has shown a growth of 12% during the 2001 till 11 period, and there has been an increase in the absolute number of villages by 2279 units ड्यूरिंग द सेम पीरियड कि इंडिया के अंदर 10 सालों में 2279 नए गांव बन गए, विच इज़ शोइंग दैट कि देर वॉज कॉन्टिन्यूसली इंक्रीज इन द पॉपुलेशन and the areas also, new areas also developed in the rural India. And the large part of, we can say large parts of rural areas in the country are not stand alone settlements but part of a cluster of settlements which are relatively proximate to each other. So these clusters typically illustrate potential for growth and have economic drivers and derive locational and competitive advantages. So there was need of such programs, such system which can help the overall system and boost the growth, hence making a case for concerted policy directives for such clusters. These clusters once developed can then be classified as rurban, means the areas where we will implement such policies and will try to develop them. We'll try to develop them and will call them who are the areas which are coming, the urban will call. So hence, taking cognizance of this, the government of India has proposed the Shyama Prasad Mukherjee Urban Mission, the SPMRM, aimed at developing such rural areas by provisioning of economic, social and physical infrastructure facilities. तो अर्बन मिशन का मतलब हुआ कि गवर्नमेंट ने स्कीम बनाई, एक मिशन बनाया जिसके अंदर उन्होंने फरवरी 21 2016 को लॉन्च करा, कुछ स्पेशल एरियाज़ को डेवलप करेंगे ऑन द अकाउंट ऑफ इकोनॉमिक, सोशल एंड फिज़िकल इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर. इसका मतलब है कि इकोनॉमिक में कुछ बैंक्स बनाएंगे, कुछ वहाँ पे मार्केट्स को डेवलप किया जाएगा, सोशल में वहाँ पे हाउसेस को क्रिएट किया जाएगा, कुछ जैसे लाइक वी आर हियरिंग की प्रधानमंत्री आवास योजना इज़ देयर, तो वहाँ पर कुछ हाउसेस डेवलप किए जाएंगे, पॉपुलेशन को डेवलप किया जाएगा, फैसिलिटीज़ प्रोवाइड की जाएंगी. इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर में फिज़िकल मीन्स स्कूल, कॉलेज, फैक्ट्रीज़, हॉस्पिटल्स, ऑफिसेज, इंडस्ट्रीज़ को वहाँ पे डेवलप करेंगे और ओवरऑल उस एरिया को हम क्या बोलेंगे, अर्बन बोलेंगे. और इस स्कीम को अटैच किया गया हमारे जो इंडिया में थे श्यामा प्रसाद मुखर्जी, उनके नाम से अटैच कर देंगे इस मिशन को. जैसे नरेगा वी आर हियरिंग, उसको करा गया महात्मा गांधी से अटैच किया हमने, मनरेगा बोलते हैं उसे. सिमिलरली दिस स्कीम नोन एज SPMRM. So taking also into view the advantage of clusters both from an economic viewpoint as well as to optimize benefits of infrastructure provision. The mission aims at development of 300 urban clusters. कितने करने थे? 300 urban clusters को, एरियाज़ को, ग्रुप्स को डेवलप करना था इन द नेक्स्ट 5 ईयर, आने वाले 5 सालों में. We are discussing this whole concept because we are here studying the chapter rural development. So rural development is possible when we are working on the economic, social and physical infrastructure facilities. So these clusters would be strengthened with the required amenities, for which it is proposed that resources be mobilized to convergence of various schemes of the government. So over and above which critical gap funding CGF would be provided under this mission for focused development of these clusters. So it will be easy for the government through this planning to develop these areas in the easy way. The larger outcomes envisaged under this mission are like what we were going to get after the implementation of this plan. The first thing was ब्रिजिंग द रूरल अर्बन डिवाइड. रर्बन का मतलब क्या निकल रहा है? रूरल और अर्बन मिलकर बना है रर्बन. सो इट मीन्स डिवाइड विज की इकोनॉमिक, टेक्नोलॉजिकल एंड दोज रिलेटेड टू फैसिलिटीज़ एंड सर्विसेज. तो वो फैसिलिटीज़ का एक ब्रिज बन जाए जो विलेजेस में भी हो और सिटी से उनका कनेक्शन हो, अर्बन एरियाज से हो, और वो फैसिलिटीज़ दोनों जगह पे अवेलेबल हो इस इन स्पेशल जोन्स के अंदर, क्लस्टर्स में. क्लस्टर माने वो स्मॉल से ग्रुप बनाए गए हैं. Stimulating local economic development with emphasis on reduction of poverty and unemployment in rural areas. सेकेंड इम्प्लीमेंटेशन क्या करना है? स्टिमुलेट करना है, डेवलप करना है, इनकरेज करना है लोकल इकोनॉमिक डेवलपमेंट करके, मार्केट्स को डेवलप करके, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर को डेवलप करके, कुछ एम्प्लॉयमेंट जनरेशन करके, जिससे कि पोवर्टी और अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट की सिचुएशन उन रूरल एरियाज़ में डिक्रीज़ हो जाए. थर्ड इज़ स्प्रेडिंग डेवलपमेंट इन द रीजन. अब डेवलपमेंट कैसे स्प्रेड होगा? जब जॉब अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ होंगी, ऑफिसेस होंगे, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर डेवलप होगा, देन ऑटोमेटिकली दैट एरिया विल बी नोन एज डेवलप. हम किसे कंसीडर करते हैं डेवलप एरिया है? जब हम किसी बिग सिटी में जाते हैं या और डेवलप प्लेस पर जाते हैं, डिस्ट्रिक्ट लेवल पे जाते हैं, तो व्हाट वी आर वाचिंग ओवर देयर कि देयर इज़ बेटर इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर फैसिलिटीज़ लाइक बिगर बिल्डिंग्स, good road facilities, better transportation services, better industries are there, better offices are there, better means of transportation are there, other hospitals are there, education institutes are there, factories are there. So this is possible through the development of the social, economical and the technological process. The next is attracting investment in rural areas. What is means the government should attract, like make some easy industrial setup policies in the rural areas. So when industry will set up, so how definitely there will be development of that area. So attracting investment in rural area means कि we should plan in such a manner so people will attract towards the investment, like they will get the energy or electricity at low cost, or what else, they will get the subsidy, or what else, they'll get some reimbursement from the government end in setting up, or getting some subsidies in setting up the industries in the rural areas. What government's benefit is कि the peoples living in that area will easily get a job. Now this whole is completed and I'll discuss a case study over here. We are aware in Biswa there is a sugar factory, okay? And the fourth point, attracting investment in rural areas and what are the benefits. So when that factory developed in Biswa like 70-80 years back, so what happened? Definitely that time there was the deficiency of the things, means of transportation नहीं था, roads नहीं होगा, better electricity नहीं होगी. But after the development of that factory, आज हम क्या देख रहे हैं? उस फैक्ट्री ने क्या करा? इस बिस्वा एरिया को डेवलप कर दिया. कैसे करा? कि रोड्स हमारी टाइम टू टाइम इम्प्रूव होती हैं, जब एंटर करते हैं तो प्रॉपर इलेक्ट्रिसिटी की फैसिलिटी कहीं ना कहीं है, लोग की इनकम इंक्रीज़ हुई है, आसपास के एरिया डेवलप हुआ, क्योंकि इस फैक्ट्री की वजह से अप्रॉक्सीमेटली 20,000 फार्मर्स का शुगर केन यहाँ पे आ रहा है. तो द 20,000 पीपल आर गेटिंग इनकम फ्रॉम दैट पर्टिकुलर इंडस्ट्री और द शुगर इंडस्ट्री. सो एंड वॉट एल्स, approximately there are we can say not on due permanent, but approximately 2,000 peoples are engaged at the time of running of the industry, directly or indirectly, like they are connected somehow. But permanent, lots of are permanent employee in this factory. So what happened, because this setup in Biswa, so approximately 2,000 families, this factory is feeding the 2,000 families directly in Biswa and overall 20,000 farmers family. So what happened कि the government made easy rules for setting up this industry in Biswa, and The investors invested money in this factory and it was developed. Now we are seeing the outcomes, the result, which are very fruitful. So I hope you understood this. Then after, the next one is rural banking, a critical review or appraisal. Now I think that much session is enough for you for today's class. I'll discuss this topic in detail tomorrow with you, and I'll send you some notes also. Tomorrow I'll send the notes, and it is very important topic which we'll discuss tomorrow. And this was in that year board examination. It was in the board examination of 2019 session. सेट 2 में था और 3 में भी था एक क्वेश्चन, रूरल बैंकिंग का क्रिटिकल अप्रेजल. ओके, सो स्टूडेंट्स, सी यू इन द नेक्स्ट सेशन. ओके, एंड प्रिपेयर योर chapter, read it regularly. If you have any queries, doubts, connect to it subjective teachers. See you.